Back again, Chelsea 2, West Brom 5, conceding 5 goals at home to West Bromwich Albion. What do I think of that? Well, look, I think it's still April Fool's Day. I can't believe it. Is someone going to pop out now and say April Fool's? What the fuck was that? You know, what on earth did we just witness today? You know, if you were watching that shit show, I'm sure you were thinking the exact same thing as I was. What the fuck is going on? You know, like, honestly, I'm gobsmacked. I can't believe that these players have shown up and just played like that. You know, it's really despicable. It's honestly disgusting the way they played today. Not acceptable whatsoever. And I'm not even going to scapegoat any particular party or whatever. I don't want to go out around calling players' names out, naming and shaming, you know, even though I kind of do, because it was just that horrific today. One thing that sticks out to me out of everything today that is just overwhelmingly sticking out is the lack of mentality from these players. From the start, we went 1-0 up, Pulisic, good goal, whatever, okay, I'm going to give him credit. He was good today. Pulisic was good and he stayed alert and he got his goal. Yeah, fair enough. From the start, Jorginho gets caught out playing from the back. Complacency. Jorginho, Kovacic getting caught out. And there we go. Silva has to make a second challenge. Fair enough, he doesn't have to make it. He shouldn't have made it. But this is what things lead to. There's domino effects. There's always going to be consequences from mistakes like that. Jorginho get the ball away. Passing out from the back was shocking. It was shit. And I think I'm willing to give a bit of leeway, to be honest, because of the international break. Some players playing on Wednesday only had 2 days to prepare for this game, so you have to give a bit of leeway. But at the same time, it's horrific. Lack of mentality. I'm going to highlight that again because I knew from when we went 1-1, there was going to be more. The floodgates would open. Some of these players just fold. They just fold when the chips are down and they're being outplayed. They just fold. They don't have any interest in getting back into the game. There's no one actually fighting for the badge out there today, which is very worrying. A resounding lack of common sense as well. I was shocked by it. Reece James passing the ball back, Jorginho passing into areas where players are under pressure, clearly because West Brom are pressing the fuck out of us, and we're playing with 10 men. You can't pass the ball out from the back when you're playing with 10 men. There's going to be overwhelming numbers in that forward area running you down and trying to get the ball off you. You can't play out from the back. It's too dangerous, and there's just a resounding lack of common sense. No player thinks on the pitch to do that, and I think that's maybe partly a fault of Tuchel's as well, telling them to play that way. Half time, you take Pulisic off, who arguably was the best player on the pitch. Well, one of them at least. You take him off for a defender. First of all, you take Ziyech off. Which is kind of like, why would you do that? Pulisic comes off then, after you get the red card, and he brings on Mason Mount. Why can't you bring off a more defensive player for Mason Mount? If you want to get back into the game, you need attackers, you need players who can make things happen. Especially with 10 men. Like, who's going to score on that pitch? Like Zuma, Christensen, Aspie. Then you have Jorginho, Kovacic, who are more build-up players. And then you just have Mason Mount and Werner. Like, it makes no sense to me why you keep the likes of Jorginho, the likes of Kovacic, who performed mediocrely in the first half. The defenders as well, the 5 at the back. The 5 at the back caved in on itself today. It folded, you know. It stagnated, that system, you know. Because West Brom, they knew how to exploit the amount of numbers we had at the back. They knew our players would fold when they had the ball, especially with 10 men. Some of the players, man, they just, they flatter to deceive, you know. They flatter to deceive. Once something turns and once we start losing momentum at all, they just fold. You know, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And you think of all the great players that played for this team throughout the years that had that great mentality, that had that winning mentality. To see this, it's honestly disgusting. You know, it's disgusting. Losing to West Brom. We look like West Brom today. Like, as bad as that sounds, we were shocking. Shit. Let me just say it, worst performance of the season. You know, worst performance. 5-2 at home to West Brom. That would never happen. Never happen 10, 15 years ago. Never. Even ever. It shouldn't happen. West Brom. Fuck's sake. Oh, God. And then you get further into the game. Third goal, Robinson turns into prime fat Ronaldo, or 9 as people call him. How come Ireland are losing to Luxembourg and he can't do that for Ireland? You know, as an Irish person, 2 results in 1 week that just shocked me and utterly disgust me. That Luxembourg Ireland game, and then this Chelsea losing to West Brom 5-2. Of all things, I wouldn't mind if he shithoused the 1-0, but to see Big Sam with a big smirk on his face on the touchline, it doesn't exactly fill you with confidence, you know. And then the 4th goal, don't even get me started. Just poor defensively again. Christensen and Zuma, take a long look at yourselves, Jesus. But Thiago Silva as well, not immune to criticism. Getting sent off like that, it just cost us completely. Having said that, I still expect the players on the pitch to win the game. I watched Bayern Munich a few weeks ago. They went to 10 men after 10 minutes. It was 0-0. They won the game 4 or 5-0, you know. It's not good enough. The mentality, once we went down to 10 men, was absolutely catastrophic. It cost us the game. It hurts for the table as well. You look at Chelsea, 4th at the moment, 51 points. 3 teams have games in hand on us. And that means we could potentially be 7th if results go to plan for those teams. So people talking about top 4, it's very much in the hands of other teams now, you know. And that's what's really worrying. So I'm going to call this a blip. And I expect us to go out and win against Porto. But today was shocking, man. Shocking. I'm just going to lie out in the sun to make myself feel better after that, because 2 results in 1 week that have absolutely disgusted me, you know. To me, it's not good enough for Chelsea. It's quite an embarrassment, you know. Very embarrassing. So yeah, I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and peace.